The Nerd.
Can I see your sword quick?
It's called Uramasa. He carries it with him everywhere. It was mostly a wedding gift from his wife before he was turned into a half Nihilak monster.
Chris.
Gengar, use Shadow Ball!
Alan. Jason.
My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I hate a lot of things, and I don't particularly like anything. I'm going to restore my clan and destroy a certain someone.
The Half-Beard.
I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard, always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone. Never allowing myself to lose control, even for a moment, or someone could die. But you can take it, can't you, big man? What we have here is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose and show you just how powerful I really am.
The Nerd.
Freaking nerds, bro.
I have to play this game bad.
You really do.
The thing is, I don't have a PlayStation.
Sucker!
Yeah, you need to remedy that. I'll be honest, this series became the pinnacle of Sony's first-party game.
Really?
It is better than God of War, and it is probably the one that they know is, like, they won't show a teaser for no reason, because they know the minute they do, it'll start they need to be able to back it up so they can move systems. This is their best studio, and that studio's like shining example of gaming.
Does anyone have Uncharted Part 1 that I can
Yes,
borrow?
I do.
I have all three, and I will lend them.
Can I just borrow that? Can I borrow your house?
Yeah.
PS3s are going to be cheap now, man. You might as well pick one up.
No, well, once you guys get your 4s, I'm going to ask for the 3s.
I'm still going to need it for a while.
Straight scavenge.
Yeah, the 3 staying until that 4 comes up.
Yeah, you really need to play this game because, first of all, the music is absolutely phenomenal.
I'm hearing it. It's pretty damn cool right now.
And this is just the theme, which is amazing.
Welcome back to the Nerd Table, everybody. Just to review, we got Alan, Jason, Half-Beard, and Special Eves. Special edition Eves. not that Eves is special.
We got a shiny Eves. We caught him with a quick ball.
I've had a lot of that today. You know, there was all those fries out, and thanks again for that.
You're welcome. I'm slowing you down to set you up. Wow.
Slow me down.
Welcome back to the Nerd Table. I enjoy doing this with you guys for a few reasons. First of all, because I learn. I'm a nerd in regards to I like to learn history, science, whatever it is. I just in sports, I like to learn. And so when you guys share all this information with me, I like it. Second of all, it's something that I'm not a part of. So I'm looking into this really cool, aspect of society that you guys all embrace. And I'm like, man, I want to get in on that too. Firefly is one thing. Firefly is now a part of me, and I can't let it go because of Half-Beard and Alan and Jason.
I'll tell you, next up, we're going to suck you into anime, and we will give you the cream of the crop.
The thing is, I have to watch a few animes on what I want to watch first, and then I have to see The Legend of Korra.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Go now.
Not an anime. Yeah, not an anime. While I would watch that with you in a loincloth. If that's what it took.
Why would you watch that in a loincloth?
Why would that make him watch it with you?
No. If that's what it took for me to get him to watch it, I would pay that price. As horrid as that sounds.
Like, we're talking, like, one of the main themes of this show is story and music. The story on Korra is, oh my God, good. Okay,
right.
Like, my dad he just walked in when I was watching Korra, and he just sat down for a whole episode, and then he goes, "Is this a cartoon for kids?" and then I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? He goes, if kids would watch this, they would think this is boring because this is so mature. Like the story is not for kids; it's for adults, even though it's in a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was kind of like taken aback, like, this is weird. Like he's never experienced that of seeing a cartoon, but it had all these mature and adult storyline and concepts. It's a phenomenal show.
And it has so surpassed. I love the original series, and I love those characters. It has, in quality of story, surpassed it.
Oh, absolutely.
But
that's for a couple reasons, too, because really, I don't think they were catering to a new audience. They were catering to us who already saw Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, we're going to watch Korra regardless. So they grew up in their writing style, and they gave us a more adult story, and that's what's happening so far. And just this past week, we looked at each other and we're like, oh, man, the feels.
I had the feel.
The feels, they're like, they're burning.
Wait, don't tell me. I haven't seen it yet. I want to watch it yet.
Okay.
I can't tell you, Sanchez,
by the way,
but
before,
oh my gosh.
Before we wander any farther
little
into how great
lava in
Korra
your
is,
in your teacup.
it's not an anime.
It's not an anime.
It's not an anime. It's made in America.
cartoon
Anime is cartoons from
based
Japan.
on Eastern
Okay.
There's some influences in there,
culture.
but it's an American show based on Chinese mythology. It's not even Japanese mythology. It's Chinese mythology.
Okay.
So before you wander too far, let's get you straight.
Watch where you're walking.
Let's get you straight,
I got
son.
you. I got you. It's funny that you say how, because I love the originals. I love The Last Airbender, not the movie, but the cartoons.
Yeah, we got you.
That's the last DVDs I ever purchased. The last DVDs I ever purchased was those for the whole. I have all
Book
3
1, 2,
books.
and 3?
Yeah,
they're really good.
I have all 3 books.
Wait, so you haven't bought a DVD or Blu-ray since then?
Not me personally.
I haven't either.
My mom has, sure, but I personally have not. No way. I have Netflix.
All the movies I own are
can't.
digital.
Yeah, I have Netflix. I don't have to do it
can't,
anymore.
Oh, okay.
I can't trust
I
my
understand what you're saying.
I can't trust my family to obtain anything. So if it's not piracy, I have to get it myself.
Yo,
Piracy.
The question that I have to get to you guys, and we spoke about it a little bit, and I even wrote it down in my 6 points of notes. It's funny because when I prepare for the sports table, I got this whole paper's filled out. Yeah, I got theses written. For the nerd table, all I'm doing is asking you guys questions and seeing where the conversation takes us. It was a point that I even wrote it down that I wanted to bring back to this. I forgot what we were talking about before earlier. We were talking about different versions of superheroes. I think it was Deadpool. What were we talking about? It was different versions of. We talked about it earlier in the show. Was it that long ago that you guys don't remember? It was cartoon. It was superheroes, and that there were different versions of them. I think it was.
What? Where were you?
Wait, what?
I even wrote it.
versions?
Different versions.
Hey, this sounds like something we talked about.
No. You said
outside.
the best. No. Okay. You said the best. Deadpool or the best. One superhero was the so and so.
Oh, okay.
Who was it? You said it. Alan said it.
The person who played Deadpool,
Nolan North.
Nolan North.
We were talking about Nolan North.
He's the
greatest
best.
voice actor you've never realized is in everything you know.
Okay.
Which is completely different from what you.
From what I understood that completely different than what it is. It's still the same point. Okay. There are different Flashes. There's been different Batmans and Robins and Nightwings. Hasn't there been different characters taking on the role?
It's the same character, but you got to look at either who's writing the comic or who's playing the thing. This goes back to thinking about what I said about Ben Affleck playing Batman. It depends on the actor playing the role. George Clooney, Batman is probably not everybody's favorite, whereas Christian Bale's Batman, a lot of people really love now because he's essentially Batman. I'm actually pretty happy and hopeful for Ben Affleck Batman.
I am too.
As long as it doesn't sound like he has throat cancer. That's always my concern. As far as I'm concerned, there will be, and there is only one Batman. His name is Kevin Conroy.
Yes,
and he
I
looks
agree.
like he looks like he teaches literature and economics. But when he speaks, you soil yourself at the amazement that Batman's voice is speaking.
Those unfamiliar, that's the voice actor for the original Batman animated series,
including Justice League.
Including Justice League. And just like there's one Batman, there's only one Joker. Now, there was a person who played live-action Joker. Heath Ledger was a perfect Joker for the world that he lived in. But when I hear this person's voice, he's essentially Joker when he's doing the Joker voice. And that's Luke Skywalker himself.
That's
Mark
right.
Hamill.
I got it.
So I
There's-
actually have to piggyback off Eves and what Alan said partially. When I went to Celebration 6 for Star Wars and they were talking about him and they had his panel up there, somehow they got him into doing one of the Joker monologues, and it just gives you chills. Hearing him, like, seeing this guy who at the moment was like fat and just kind of like, bleh, and you're looking at him like, guy's not the Joker, and then he does the voice. It's like, oh my god,
It's
my
him.
childhood.
Right. I guess my point was there's a new Spider-Man that's out. He's like black Hispanic Spider-Man. That comic
the
books.
Ultimate Spider-Man. That's man, what's his name? Morales. He take over because of the Peter Parker in that world passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and like I guess passed on the torch to Morales to be the new Spider-Man. I've read a little bit of it, but really, I don't know. I didn't follow the storyline that much. It's not Spider-Man.
It's
to
just a
me.
different one, is what I'm. The point that I'm trying to make is, under the same banner, under the same symbol of the Superman, Batman, whatever. There's so many different universes and different.
Oh, of course.
Different people to the same person. Okay, for instance, when I was playing, what was the new Marvel game that just came out? The fighting game,
Injustice.
That's DC. That's DC. Not
No,
Marvel.
no, I know. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at this guy.
But I understood what you were saying. I
Okay,
got
yeah.
you.
The plot, even though there wasn't that much plot in it,
Two universes.
was the
yeah.
different universes. When I'm watching Justice League Unlimited or just the regular Justice League, it was universes interwoven with each other and different aspects, different versions of Flash, different versions of, I mean, anything, especially in DC.
Yeah.
When you're trying to watch or understand that, how hard is it to separate, okay, this is just part of reality for them, and trying to understand that the superhero that's in this universe isn't the same one that you might like in the other one, and back and forth. Like, it for me as an outsider, when I saw that in the game, I'm like, oh my god, I never even thought that concept. And then when I would watch it in the Justice League, the cartoon show, it was the same way.
Well, I would say that it's been going on for so long. Yeah, that it's
DC
become
specifically.
Yeah, it's
has
been.
done
It's,
it.
I'm more of accustomed to it. Like
Mhm.
it's not like a foreign idea, especially in Justice League when a certain episode with the Justice Lords came, which were a different universe where Superman said, I'm not gonna be this peace loving. I'm gonna take over the world, and I'm gonna see it how I see it. And I can see like the different universes that comics do is more like, what if this character chose this path? Then it's almost like a butterfly effect. Then these things would happen, and it actually is pretty cool because you can have liberty to say, what if Superman did go too far? What if Superman said, like in Justice, where it's like, okay, no more, you're dead. What would happen? How would his character change? How would his ideology change?
Mhm.
And then you can just do whatever you want and just call it, hey, it's Earth 3.
Yeah.
Just do whatever the hell you want because it's a different universe. We're not going into, the universe where Superman is Superman. He will never deviate from whatever decision he's made. And then you can just say, okay, different universe. I'm going to have fun with it.
I think what Keith is saying, is that it's exciting. It's exciting when you hear about a new world or a new character. Because, they're different characters. Oh, man, that's not. But I don't think anybody ever looks at him and is like, oh, man, that's not my Batman. I hate this guy. I'm not going to watch this crap. No, you're excited because you want to see, man, what would happen if Batman lived in, the time of, like, Sherlock Holmes and the gas lamp. What is it, Gotham by gas?
No, we'll throw one to
Gaslight.
one we all know on this side of the table. Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, exactly. Dark Knight Returns.
There's a storyline where after Robin 2 is killed, Batman essentially retires. And it's an old Frank Miller story, but it's set in he retires and how the world changes and how his old ass comes back. And that's
Really?
not the Batman we grew up with because all four of us, we all know there's 4 Robins. But that is, what if after number 2 is killed, this happens?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just
It's a great story.
great story. It gives you the opportunity to tell amazing stories that you wouldn't be able to tell. Like right now in the comic books, in the main Spider-Man comic books, Peter Parker is dead for however long. that actually last. But what happened was that Dr. Octopus was dying of cancer and all this stuff, and he's old, frail body. He's about to die, and he's fighting Peter Parker, and he switches brains. Yeah, comics. Woohoo. He pretty much switches consciousness so that Peter Parker's mind gets trapped in the frail, dying cancer body, and then Dr. Octopus's mind gets put into Spider-Man's new body, and then Peter Parker dies. Like Dr. Octopus, old cancer body dies, and then you're left with Spider-Man as Dr. Octopus, like Dr. Octopus's mind in Spider-Man. Now,
Right.
At first I was like, what the is this bullshit? You killing Peter? Like, I was upset. I didn't even want to read anymore. But, you know, I ever since I've picked up the issues and I've read every single one, and it's just so interesting to see Dr. Octopus and Spider-Man just because of all the options it gives him. Like, he's beating the crap out of these bad guys that show up.
Oh, he's still a good guy?
Yeah, because Dr. Octopus, when he took over Peter's body, he got all the memories that Peter Parker had experienced, apparently. You know, whatever. So
however that works.
So he gets all the experiences of his Uncle Ben dying and stuff, and about responsibility. And like before Peter dies, like while he's still this old man, he says, you know, you have to be Spider-Man. You know, the city, you know, people need Spider-Man. You have to do this. You know, and Dr. Ock's pretty much saying, you know, I'll do this. And he's compelled by the same, you know, great power comes great kind of responsibility thing. But more for Dr. Octopus because of the character he is. It's more about egomaniac type thing. He goes, I want to be Spider-Man because I want to be the best there can be. And it just, the story goes crazy. Like he starts taking over, like he takes down a bunch of crime organizations. He takes over all of them. He has his own Spider-Man like henchmen, but they're for like good guys. He has, it's amazing. It's
That's
just
cool.
the possibilities that are open from when you open up things like that. It just opens up a new world. Something that will probably be coming to you soon is the new X-Men movie. The new X-Men movie, Days of Future Past. Well, whatever it's called.
Days of
Future Past is
yeah.
the original title.
It's X-Men Days of Future
It's
Past.
It's the same title as the original comic that came out back in the 90s and 80s. That was amazing. That's about a future where, you know, mutants are being hunted and there's a whole, like, it's like a kind of post-apocalyptic future because all this bad stuff has gone down.
Yeah.
And, you know, Sentinels and the whole deal, you know, and then somebody comes into the time and tells them, you have to come help us, you know, with the future, or the future has to help. So we don't let this future happen. So pretty much in this new movie, you got Magneto and Professor Xavier coming back in time, talking to Magneto and Professor Xavier when they're younger, and like showing you this different versions of what happened to them and how they should be able to change it or not change it or whatever. Just, oh, I'm so excited.
For the movie that's coming out?
Yeah.
Yep.
I know you're excited about that too, Alan.
Very. It looks as good as the Captain America movie, and that one looks good too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Marvel properties right now have been
They're
spectacular. They are being taken seriously. They're not just mechanisms for toys for kids.
Right.
They are legitimate works of art in terms of how they're being done, and I mean, God bless DC because they're gonna try. But Marvel has set the bar so high. It's gonna be hard. Speaking
of the Superman that never wavers, and the DC movies and Marvel movies, that Superman wavered.
Well, okay, and I've had this conversation. The thing about Superman is the ideal, but Superman, while being the ideal, because he's come from such a squeaky clean place, the best stories with him has tended to be when he becomes stinged by something. The game puts it where, you know, the whole city is nuked and he killed Lois Lane by his own hands.
Right.
There's always things, if he falls, and he's probably, I'd say, it's Batman and then him, and who's least likely to fall. But when he falls, it creates big changes to the world, and that's where it cultivates great story.
Yeah. Okay. Going to the movie thing. What that movie was basically Christopher Nolan and Zack Snyder saying, how can we make this more like Batman? how can we make Superman be more like Batman? How can we
Dark.
get a beautiful, vibrant character and pput just a gray screen on him? Put a filter just like in Instagram. You put that gray filter on him. And man, that movie is a love-hate relationship with that movie because I freaking love. He's my favorite superhero. If we're ever talking about superheroes, favorite that's mine, Superman. And what they did with it, I mean, I hate when people say, "Oh, it's a modernization type thing. It's this and that." Like, no. Why does someone have to have a great tragedy of having his dad die to make him know that, listen, you have to be good because you're super strong. You cannot just beat up a kid because you're angry, because you would literally de-atomize him. You have the ability to do so, so you need to be able to not be a bully, but a protector of people. Use your power for good because of great parenting. Ooh. The only reason why Superman is Superman is because of the Clarks.
The Kents.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. That's how
I'm spreading towards.
That's how crazy.
This is what happens when you get a nerd riled up on the thing they hate. Like if you got The Last Airbender out, it'd be four of us. We'd be mumbling words and you wouldn't know what it is.
Well, I hated it too. Okay,
it's because of the Kents. Those are almost the only parents that could raise Superman to be Superman is because of their great and amazing parenting. They love so much. They have so much love in their heart. They have no prejudice, no racism. They just love you so much. And then they raise this kid where they look at him like, you can pick up a tractor trailer? We got to make sure this kid is right. It's not because Uncle, Uncle, I'm going crazy here. Papa Kent gets a heart attack, or Papa Kent goes, "Don't do it, son. Let the hurricane take me." Even though
that was so stupid.
Even though you're freaking fast enough to go pew pew, and I'm gone.
You know what good parents do? Good parents don't walk into tornadoes in front of their son and wife when there is absolutely no reason to.
This is the angle that you won't get with more normal people. He loves that movie.
I love it too.
But there are things about it that are so against the proprietary ownership that he has over what and who Superman is, stands for, and should be.
Mm-hmm. Because of the idea of modernization. It's like, that's what I would do. And then, you know what? That's a perfect reason why Superman would not do a certain thing. I'm not going to spoil it, but Superman would not do a certain thing. Superman is a symbol of hope. When you look into the sky and you see Superman, you should be like, oh, everything's going to be okay. But you don't get that when the suit, it reminds me of this one storyline where Metropolis gets blown up or something tragic happens to Metropolis and his mom sews him like a sorrowful suit where it's like a very dark blue and the S, like the inside where it's yellow, is actually black. That suit reminded me of that. And I'm like, when you look at him, it kind of looks somber. Like, why?
It's that gray filter.
It's that gray is what Nolan. I mean, Nolan is fantastic for Batman, but I keep saying this: get Nolan out of my Superman. I don't want him in my Superman.
So
go ahead.
Are you excited for the Batman Superman movie?
I don't know if they're gonna go for if they're gonna go for Batman is gonna go look at Superman and be like, oh, he's the reason why he destroyed Metropolis. I don't like him. Let's fight. I'm gonna be like, screw you. How about let's go? Hey, Batman goes, hey man, Superman, you're pretty strong. You're pretty awesome. Let's team up.
And there he stands over everything Batman is with, hey, you're awesome. Let's be friends.
Yeah. I would be extremely content.
That would be as disappointing as what you're saying in the other direction.
It would. I would be, look, erase all that. I would be extremely content if instead we just got a live version of The World's Finest.
I'm good with that.
That's what I'm talking about. I would be
cool with that.
Where
That's
where they combine, where they take their both strength and say, you know what?
Lex Luthor, Joker, Batman, Superman, boom.
Yeah, look, listen. Superman, his best friend is Batman. Batman, his best friend is Superman. That's the relationship that they have. And I want to see that relationship. I don't want to see them fighting. What for? Because
they have to put them fighting in the beginning. They have to. It's been in every single thing. Because even in the world's finest,
there has to be some level.
There has
of
to
conflict.
be like a conflict between them.
But I don't want that for half my movie. That's the point I'm getting
to. I definitely want a Batman versus Superman battle type scenario because Batman is gonna Batman his way all up and down Superman's butt, and then Superman's gonna be Superman and be like,
look
bam.
at this team. Look at this team coming out of his ear. Look at it. Look at him. Look at him.
Okay, let's be honest here. I know Batman. Whatever happens is always like, oh, I'm Batman, or he's Batman. Of course he would. Okay, let's be honest here. If Batman, all he's gotten, if we're talking about this new movie of Batman versus Superman, stupid title.
Is it called that?
Yeah, well, for now it is. It hasn't been changed.
I thought it was called Batman Superman.
Yeah, I thought it was called Batman and Superman.
I think it's versus.
I saw a V in there.
It's versus.
That's stupid.
So by all the knowledge that Batman has on Superman, it's just this video of him destroying Metropolis,
wrecking havoc with the other Kryptonians.
So he doesn't know what his limitations are. He doesn't know all this. I mean, he's a world's greatest detective, granted. But if he goes, he picks a fight with Superman. Superman will freaking destroy. Superman will just fly into the atmosphere.
Right. Anyone picks a fight with Superman.
As
Superman
the movies have
them.
gone so far, the Batman presented could not stand up to Superman.
I don't know where Batman lives in this universe.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's why
this Batman.
Is it going to be the same Superman?
Yeah,
Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
it's going to be the same Superman, but we don't know if it's going to be the same Batman.
Yeah,
at this
it
point.
almost can't be because it doesn't make sense that Batman should not be anywhere near the equal that Batman is supposed to be with Superman.
From what I've heard about the new Batman, that Ben Affleck's playing, it's not like some armored suit up Batman. It's like plain fabric clothes, Batman we love and know from like original series, like smart detective Batman.
If it's the Batman that literally someone knocks on the door and it's Superman says, "Can we come in?" and then Batman standing behind that person,
that's the person.
If that's the Batman, then it becomes compelling in a conflict because that's the type of Batman that can stand with Superman.
I agree.
But
I agree.
But the Batman we've gotten from movies does not deserve to be in that conversation.
If this little tip about why they chose the costume, the reason that they said they chose a regular fabric outfit for Batman instead of the crazy armored versions we keep seeing in all the movies, back to like the bat nipples and all that stuff, is because the director's like, look, Batman is a ninja. Ninjas do not wear armor because ninjas are never going to get hit. That's the point. Batman's wearing this fabric outfit because he's not going to get hit. He's Batman. So I'm really excited about it because of, what they've been putting out there. Ben Affleck's a really great actor. I liked him in a lot of stuff. I liked Daredevil. Okay, everybody's going to hate me for that, but I like Daredevil. The director's cut was even better.
I don't blame him for Daredevil's fault.
Me neither.
I blame the movie. I think that time for superhero movies was not the right time.
Yeah,
it was very cheesy. It was really meant
really weird
for action figures, and it was like the same reasoning why they made a Transformers cartoon.
Yeah,
it's just for a reason for kids to buy action figures. But I from what I've heard, he's improving as an actor, and me and Halfbeard said he's going to be a great Bruce Wayne.
He is.
As a Bruce Wayne, he's going to be fantastic. The question is, can he be Batman?
Well, the thing is, you say he's improving as an actor. He's never been a bad actor.
He's been pretty good.
I've always heard him being made fun of. That's part of why
even Matt Damon.
He was made fun of because he was buddy with Matt Damon, and everybody just kind of paired them together like if they were a gay couple or something. But as an actor,
and Geely.
As an actor, he has
movie.
never been bad.
All right. You've eased a little bit of concern.
There's one thing that I want to show you guys. I just want to play a little bit of it. Have you guys heard of the Pete Holmes show?
No.
It's on CBS. Pete Holmes is famous for doing the Batman, Christian Bale Batman, but making Batman kind of dumb because of his voice. So this is the Batman Superman version of the Pete Holmes and how we could expect it to be. When does it come out? Next summer?
No, it's in 2015.
2015.
I know you're here. You can come out. What do you want, Clark? like this, Bruce. Sooner or later, somebody's gonna ask me to bring you in. Someone with authority. When that happens...
When that happens, Clark, may the best man win.
Bruce, I think it's time we put our differences aside and work together.
What?
What?
I mean, why?
You're Batman.
Yeah, and I have no special powers. I'm basically just rich and nuts. Rich and nuts.
Bruce,
Rich and nuts.
your scientific mind alone
Is completely useless when we have a man that bullets literally bounce off of.
Your fighting skills.
My main nemesis is Bane. Basically just a roided out jock with a gas mask, and he straight up broke my back. You could have taken him down with one hand, and with the other hand, you could have just jerked him. Super jerk.
It's just, I don't... You're cool.
Oh, okay. I get it. You're having an image problem.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm Superman.
Yeah, exactly. You're fucking white bread. You're boring. Look at you in your stupid outfit.
My father gave me this outfit.
And your dad's dead. Get over your dead parents already.
Didn't your parents die?
Don't bring it up. I was a boy. Now I'm a bat.
I'm sorry.
My suit is cool, because I made it myself. Daddy's boy. You got a stupid S on your chest, in case we could forget who you are.
It's my people's symbol for hope.
Hope starts with an H, stupid.
Okay, stop.
Face it. You're late.
You're wearing eye makeup.
Fuck you. I didn't just inherit my abilities from a different fucking atmosphere. This air makes me strong. You fucking nerd with your nerd hair.
Batman, Superman, I saw the bat signal. What's going on?
Commissioner Gordon, Batman and I were discussing a partnership.
Wait, but why?
That's what I said.
Yeah, that seems completely unnecessary.
Right?
I've been dealing with you lunatics for about a decade, and this is, I can't believe it. I'm gonna say this, I'm in total agreement with Batman.
Feels good.
Why are you guys being this way?
Somebody's got to tell you, man. You're boring.
Pretty lame.
Even your alter ego. I mean, I picked like 1970s Hugh Hefner. You picked like one of the Newsies.
Yeah, what is it?
I didn't base my alter ego off of the musical Newsies.
Which Newsie did you base Clark Kent off of? Was it crutchy?
I'm not crutchy.
Getting a strong feeling that it was crutchy.
I'm not crutchy. And I prefer if we didn't discuss my alter ego around the commissioner.
Take it easy, Crutchy. I know that you're Clark Kent. Newsflash. It takes a little more than wearing a hat and or glasses to fool people.
Really?
Check this out. Watch. Uh-oh. I'm someone else. Are you fooled? I'm not Commissioner Gordon. He's gone.
Who are you? Where's Commissioner Gordon? Oh, you're back. Commissioner, there was someone else. Superman, you saw him. There was another man.
Okay.
He's hiding in the shadows.
The man's gone.
You know what? Screw you guys. Just forget it.
You know, all this lameness might be one of the reasons why you've never been able to seal the deal with Lois Lane.
Ooh. Leave her out of this.
She's always just throwing that brassy, sassy news reporter poon in your face. Like, hey, this just in. Put this just in me.
Stop.
What's the point of being the Man of Steel if you don't know how to use all that metal? Hit it.
Enough!
You're adorable.
What are you gonna do, sweetie? Burn us with your magic eyes? That'd be a first. You always use it for something lame, like cutting through an iceberg or heating up an old woman's porridge. Is that soup too cold, madam? I'd use that stuff to take off Bane's arms.
Stop it! I came here to team up, not to be berated.
Hey, Clark. Guess what I'm doing under the cape? Use your X-ray vision. I'll save you the trouble. I'm giving you the bird. What's this mean on Krypton? Gratitude?
Ouch! Goodbye.
What a dick.
Yeah. The letter S is also the symbol for hope on my planet. I'm glad they're dead. Where's the commissioner?
And he takes off his glasses and he does it again.
That is both hilarious and minorly insulting to Batman.
It is really so. But that's why it's so funny because Batman's just like high tier. He's up on a soapbox from everyone, so it's pretty funny when he gets attacked.
Yeah,
but
when he gets
obviously,
knocked
you'd
down,
know regular Batman would just.
It was good. We're going to go to break. Last segment, when we come back, we're going to do some shameful admissions and we're going to have the big debate. So don't go anywhere.